Okay. Hi, Lina.
Hi,
Good morning. Um,
good morning.
Thank you for joining me on this podcast. So I
Mm,
wanted to, how are you, by the way? You okay?
I'm all well, thank you. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm all very good. And we do have sunshine in East Yorkshire today. So the sun is shining. Any sun where
No,
you
no sunshine in Birmingham. No, very cloudy and looks like it's going to rain shortly.
are? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But Lina, I think I've been talking to you and your colleagues for well over a year now with some English and maths classes that I've been teaching. And Lena, you work at the Royal Star and Garter.
Yes, I do.
What I just wanted to ask you a little bit about that first. What do you think what's the sort of highlight of your time with the Royal Star and Garter, whilst you've worked there for a number of years?
Um, I would say having that interaction with residents because they've been through some hard times. As you know, we're looking after war veterans and the stories they tell, and it make you think twice about having a little moan of um, little things, in life that, or maybe you want to go abroad and you can't afford it. And they're telling you about how they didn't have bread or butter and it was rationed. And you're thinking, yeah, my life is good. Um, Also, the life experience they have um, working being in the army. We have a lovely lady who is 104, and she used to change the batteries of the bombing planes before they went bombing.
Okay. Wow.
So those interactions and getting to know people and the wisdom, it's really something I enjoy on a daily basis. And every day you learn something new from them. So I would say that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a great story. Thank you. Yeah, that's amazing. And I visited the Royal Star and Garter at in Birmingham and at High Wycombe as well. And I know they're great. They're amazing places that they're quite awe-inspiring just to walk in, but to such a good setup in both of those care homes that I've seen.
Yeah.
So I guess is that the same answer then? Is that the what's the highlight of your career then with the Royal Star and Garter? Is that a different
Um,
answer to what you've already told me?
I would say it's probably different with career goals because I had many opportunities to learn new things. And I had an experience before I came to Royal Sandgate as a shift leader, which after a year I applied and got a position with Royal Sandgate.
Okay.
Um, but we had really good trainings. Like recently, we had leadership and management training, which took us um, 4 months. And that taught me a lot about how to speak to people, how to deal with conflicts, what techniques to use in different situations while talking to people, not to sound judgmental or like you're telling them off in the way.
Yeah.
Um, and also, we have very good opportunity to become a nursing associate. However, at that point, I didn't have my English level 2 qualification, which I couldn't do. So I couldn't do the course. That's why um, I took my took the opportunity when I was offered to do the course with you, Ian,
I
and
see.
I
Yeah.
stepped forward saying, "Yeah, I'll do that." It might be that nursing associate is no longer at the table, but just having qualification and knowing that whatever comes my way, I'm not going to be stopped just because I'm not having English level 2 qualification. So we've been, yeah, there is lots of opportunities you can put yourself. We always have different trainings, even from communities about, let's say, recently we have one from police about how to protect your cards and your phones, because we're all using Google wallets now. So how people can come and tap without you knowing, taking money off you. So that
Yes.
was a bit, not a career growth such as, but it was eye-opening for personal reasons. So yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah, no, Lina, that's a well described. Thank you, and yeah, it really gives me a good insight into, I guess, the quality of the Royal Star and Garter and the training that they offer, and the, I guess, the career progression that they can offer you and others as well. Um, is so other people then are also in the same position, perhaps wanting to work towards the nursing associate course or something similar, and they need to maybe upskill in either maths or English. Is that correct with from the people that you speak to?
Some people, they do want to do the course as well, just for maybe more the confidence boost rather than further professional growth. As I talked with a few of my colleagues, because they probably age group, I would say over 40s towards 60s, who maybe
Yes.
never had that opportunity at school, or they had to drop out because of personal reasons.
Yeah.
So they want to do it. Also, few colleagues who started the course, they really struggled because I spoken to one particular lady, and she said she's really struggling with the computer and actually assessing course online and doing the classes online, which put her off in the way, because she wasn't getting anywhere. She wasn't.
Okay.
So I think the support, as lovely as it is to do the course and be able to do the course, some people might need a little bit more support on the ground. And
Yes.
I did offer to help, but as you probably can imagine, the workday in health sector is very time consuming. And we really struggle to find a minute to sit down for me in order for me to show them how to work around the website. So
Okay. So
probably,
yeah. Thank you, Lynn.
yeah, the people who started and they are not getting anywhere, I would think they would need a little bit encouragement, face to face, kind of showing them how to do it.
Okay.
And maybe I could help, but once again, it has to be thought of and worked out the timing, kind of.
That's yeah. That seems to be so. In situations, the Royal Star and Garter Care Home, as with many, that the time is so precious, isn't it? And so much to do. So yeah, I understand that. So yeah, thank you for that feedback. That's amazing. So from that feedback, I think that will help me consider in the future as well. I can look at maybe different ways of my option or other people's options. Maybe something there that needs to be a little bit of face to face to or online, but something that is easily accessible, maybe. And I understand for some there is a need a bit more training with how to use computers or how to access in the right way, I suspect.
Oh, sure, yes. I would say that, yeah, yes, the computer, which was the barrier for them, for this particular lady I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but that's really interesting because obviously, in general, in education, if it's a barrier for one person, it might be a barrier for a few. No,
Yeah,
thank you for that. But I think we'll talk separately in a moment as well about numbers. But I wanted to come back to maybe yourself, Lena, and a bit of your background, if I can ask, if you don't mind.
sure. No, I
What
don't
what
mind.
Thank you. What did your family or your parents do for a living? What were they involved in?
My father, he was a mechanic all his life. He had brilliant hands. You could have take the car apart and put it back into the new body. Um, and I was lucky enough when I was preteen and teenager to go with him to the garage and help him. So there were a few brake blocks I've changed and
Yeah, that's good.
helped him with the oil changes and airing the when you need to air the brakes. We have prepared few cars for repainting, and
Yeah.
he was a very good mechanic, my father was. And he had a hobby. He kept pigeons.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to have all different kind of pigeons, and we used to go to the markets on Sunday, and there was exchange of different breeds, or you buy new breed and you sell the one you have too many.
Yes. And yet, was that
That was,
for flying pigeons then? Did you go?
yeah, flying pigeons, yeah.
So you drive to somewhere that's a few miles from your home, and
And
then
you let them
you
out.
release
Yeah.
release the pigeons and they fly back. Is that how it
Yes.
works?
Yes, he used to love that. And to this late days, when I used to go and visit him once I go home, he still had his pigeons. So it was his for life hobby.
Ah, that's
And
brilliant. Yeah, and
yeah,
pigeon pigeon racing as a hobby has been has been something that's been in existence for quite a long time. But also, pigeons for communication has been around a long time as well, isn't it? People used
it
to.
has
I think even the Romans used to attach
used
messages to
them, yeah.
pigeons and send them across to a different city if you needed to get a message across to somebody quickly.
Yeah. It always fascinated me how they found the way home. Like how do you find the way home when you drop off in the middle of nowhere you've never been?
No,
So
absolutely amazes me as well. I don't something that I this is because I knew somebody who raised pigeons as well when I was younger, and something that I was aware of because I sometimes used to go with this person to release the pigeons as well. As soon when you release the pigeons, they don't fly directly home within the first minute or so. They fly into the sky, and then as a group, they circle,
yeah,
and I think they seem to go round and round and round 4, 5, or 6 times. And I feel like I think the idea behind that was that as a collective, this group of pigeons were working out before they set off which direction to go in.
yeah. But how do they know? Isn't it? That's the question. Up there, does it not look all the same?
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? Yeah, that is the magic of that. So, but yeah, that did interest me as well. Was how did same as you interest me. How do they find their way back? But
Yeah.
interesting. I thought to think, you know, in our world today, we're very quick to tap a direction into a mobile phone or something if we're lucky enough to have a mobile phone, and we set off in that direction and we just believe what the mobile phone says, don't we?
Yes, you do.
We don't doubt what the mobile phone is saying, and off we go. And yeah, I feel like the pigeons take a bit long, just a few minutes longer to really consider which direction they're going to go in
Fly for sure.
for flying. And I feel like I would like to rely on them because I feel like they know what they're doing.
The
Nice.
sense is there for sure.
But that's a good story about you.
Yeah.
About
And my mom,
father.
she's been working at nursery for years.
Okay.
She used to be how should I describe it? She was in charge of creating menus and ordering food needed and then managing that side of the nursery.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because back home, our nurseries are a bit different than the ones in England.
Yeah.
Um, we would have a big building, maybe with 12 different classes, they call them, with different age groups. So you might be looking after like 120 kids in one nursery. So she did that for her lifetime. And at the moment, she's retired,
Okay.
enjoying her gardening and planting the vegetables. And the season is going to start soon.
And
So,
are you looking to get some more vegetables this year then?
for sure. Recently, she sent us a little parcel with all pickles of beetroot and gherkins and
Oh yeah.
pumpkins. And so I'm enjoying my mum's hard work.
No, that's good. Yeah, I do enjoy gherkins. I've never sort of grown them or thought of how to grow them. That's yeah, brilliant.
Well, gherkin is just another cucumber breed, isn't it?
Is it? To be fair, I
It's
didn't
just
know that. Yeah.
yeah, it's just a cucumber. It's just a shorter one. However, if you let it grow,
Yeah.
it's gonna become a big long cucumber. So you have to pick them up at the right time. A
Ah,
little
I
bit
see.
the same as with courgettes.
Yeah.
If you get courgettes growing longer, they become what do they call it in English? Mm, something from oh, I will remember. It's a long stripy vegetable,
Oh,
but
yes.
it's overgrown courgette at the end of the day.
Yes. I think
Um,
I do know what you're referring to, and I can't think of the name of it at the moment. I'll think of that, see if it comes to us in a moment.
yeah, I'm thinking it's just on top of my tick. Um, what do they call
Not
it?
marrow.
Yes, it's marrow.
Oh, I was
Yes.
thinking of marrow. Okay, yes.
So yeah, so it's courgette, just overgrown, the same as with the gherkin. It's the same cucumber, just overgrown.
All right, okay. Yeah, no,
But,
I didn't.
yeah,
To be fair, I didn't realize that. That's brilliant. Thank you. And
yeah.
where are your parents living then at the moment?
My parents live. My father, unfortunately, he passed away. I would say
Oh, sorry
eight,
to hear
nine
that.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And my mom, she's still in Lithuania with my little brothers. They're not so little, but I'm the older.
At least, yeah, I like that. Little brothers. They're always little to you, aren't
Yes.
they?
And saying that, they probably are a foot taller than I am. So
Yes, but always still your baby brother, maybe.
it is.
Um, oh no, thank you for that story about your parents. It's really interesting to know about your history. Um,
Mm.
what will you look forward to in the future then? So just going to change that around a little bit and not more of the future. What are you looking forward to in the future? Any one thing that you're thinking about?
Professionally,
Anything really?
anything.
Oh, you did mention to me something about a certain trip in a few weeks' time with the Royal Star
Oh,
and Garter.
oh yes, we actually going. Royal Stangart has been invited to attend the 80th celebration of VE Day in Westminster.
Ah, fantastic! Wow, yeah.
So as our residents are going, they need people to go with them. So I was asked if I would like to attend the VE celebration with our residents, and I said yes. It's
That
something I'm looking forward to
that
because
is
I think
amazing. Yes.
it's one of the lifetime opportunity to attend such event, and especially because we do work with war veterans. We very on the daily basis we are relating that to the forces. So I think I'm gonna quite enjoy that myself and just being a part of it, and so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be
And
brilliant. Won't it? So who will you bump into in Westminster on the V Day celebrations? Could be anybody.
could be anybody. Could be anybody.
that
So
that that is brilliant though. And so what is the dress code? What will you have to wear for Westminster?
the dress code is formal. So in my head, formal is something knee length, probably with a sleeve.
Yes.
not too low of the neckline.
No. Okay.
Um, I I'm somehow I'm always thinking of Kate, Prince William's wife.
Yes.
I'm thinking something that kind of silhouette, nice, clean, not too much in your eye kind of a dress.
I'm sure that will be brilliant. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there's something really, really
Respectful.
exciting to
Yeah.
look forward. How many residents will be going? Do you know?
We have 4 residents attending
Okay.
because also we have to consider the residents' mobility and will they be able to stand the trip to London, then attending all of the celebrations, and then the trip back to Birmingham. So fortunately, our group of residents, we could pick from. It was quite just a few, so the places were offered, and some residents politely declined because they said it themselves that they don't see they could handle all day.
No.
And some others, they agreed to come and they were very happy to come. So we'll be taking 4 of our residents and 4 staff going with them.
Okay. Like you
It's
say,
gonna be
amazing opportunity, isn't it? And it's
it's
great
gonna be
to
lovely. Yes.
be brilliant to just, I guess, celebrate. It's a moment in time, isn't it? But it's what's the important thing? Is it for the residents? Is it the reflection of what how they had to live in 1945 when at the end of the war? What's important to the residents? Do you think?
I think with with themselves probably how far they came during the war, after the war, and how they lived their lives, because after the war finished, many people achieve great things, doing their own businesses or studying, achieving doctorate degrees. We had a professor who actually came across antibiotics, which we use on the daily basis.
Okay. Wow.
So
Yes.
you can see the growth, and at this stage of life, when you're in your 90s or over, being still remembered and celebrated and acknowledged, I think that's quite important for them as well.
Yeah. Oh no, that'll be such a good day. Thank you. So I think no, it's been great to have a chat with you, Lena, today. I think what I might um, just finish on as well is just ask you a question about not so much the past and reflecting on the past, but spin
Mhm.
that around a little bit and think about the future. Do you have any thoughts? What do you imagine that the world will be like in 10 years' time from now?
Do you have any thoughts? Oh, I think that probably technology is going to keep on growing, and um, when we reflect back, we'll be saying, "Oh, how did we work without?" In my profession, maybe without the bed, who can sit resident up by themselves and swing them around the bed.
Yes.
Or
Does, does that happen now?
um, we do have more advanced beds, but I have seen it. I think it's in China where they were advertising this specific bed for nursing, and I was absolutely mind blown about it. So hopefully they will be coming towards us as well, because even without touching the resident, you can sit them up in
Yes.
bed with the legs down, like you're just about to stand up. While at the moment we have to use different slide sheets or hoist or something like that to maneuver resident in bed. So I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
they will bring some more technology towards nursing care. Also, it would be nice to have a robot in the kitchen who can cook and clean your dishes. As
Yes.
we, as a
It,
joke, that would be nice. But
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure maybe not all cars will go electronic. Something might be there that we'll see increase of electric cars. I'm not very sure what to expect because truly the technology is growing so quickly, and we can look back even when I was in my early 20s and the phone I had then and the phone I have now, it's a big jump.
It's changed. It's changed a lot, hasn't it? That just
It
the
has
phone technology, and
everything.
some technologies seem to be implemented, but others don't. So it can be quite difficult to know what will. Although technology is there for lots of things, like for example those beds you refer to in China. Hopefully they would be here now, but we don't
Yeah,
know when that will happen, do we? Depending on
no.
it might depend on a few things. So well, okay, but Lina, that's brilliant. Thank you for talking
Thank you
through
for having me.
very interesting chats. And no, I'll speak to you again anyway quite soon.
Lovely.
Thanks a lot.